Howdy friends, Lyndi here. Grab your kids because it is time to make Play-Doh. So there's not a lot that goes into this. It's a few really simple steps with a few really simple ingredients. So let's get started. So in my pan, that's a pot. So in my pot, I need 2 cups of flour, 3/4 of a cup of salt, that was done, 3/4 cups of salt, and 4 teaspoons of cream of tartar. And we mix. Now we're gonna add the water and the oil and cook it on the stove and make dough. So now 2 cups of lukewarm water. Mix that in. 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And we're gonna turn that on. We're gonna turn that on low. And we're gonna stir until it becomes a dough. Show that. It almost looks like a pancake batter. It's becoming a dough. It's like a batter, it's becoming a dough. Hooray for awkward camera angle. Ow. Oof. Looks like mashed potatoes. Blip. Blip. I'm supposed to smooth it out on wax paper. Blip. Some of this is Play-Doh, like. Blip. Oh, there are so many better utensils I could have used for this. Ow. Squish. It's like warm mashed potatoes, which I guess is Play-Doh? Squish, squish, squish. Oh, I broke the wax paper. Oh, don't stick. You're not supposed to stick. I didn't think this through. Okay, that worked. No, don't break. Let go. Vaguely Play-Doh-like. I think it needs a little bit more flour. Vaguely Play-Doh-like. Ooh, it's warm. Squish. Okay. So the next thing we do is roll it into balls. Yeah, it needs more flour. And we're gonna put it into Ziploc baggies. So now that I'm adding a little bit of extra flour to this, now I'm gonna roll this into balls and separate it into some Ziploc baggies so we can add color. If I wanted everything to be the same color, I could have added food coloring in the pot. But for now, I didn't want everything to be the same color because I got a couple different food coloring options. Still a little sticky in parts, but that's okay. Should have opened these first. Okay. Normal noises. Open. Open. Okay. So note to self. Note to y'all for next time. Put a little bit of flour down on the wax paper before putting this down because then it'll keep it from sticking and give you that extra something. Kind of like I had to do in the cookie video when I put that plate of flour out that I could dip my fingers in between. That would have been helpful because it's still a little sticky. I'm not sure if I didn't put enough flour in the first place or if I didn't cook it long enough. I probably didn't cook it long enough. Oh well. It smells like Play-Doh. That's a nostalgic smell. The whole point of putting it into the bags is so I can add the food coloring and knead it without the food coloring getting all over my hands. But after it cools and dries, then the food coloring won't stain your hands anymore. Ugh. Yeah, it's a little sticky. It's just now dawning on me that I did run out of salt when I was first measuring, and so I know that measurement was off, and I wonder if that's why it's a little bit stickier than it's supposed to be, because the salt would absorb the moisture out of it. But it is what it is, and it is Play-Doh, sticky Play-Doh. So this is the part where your kids can help you out if you made it less sticky than I made it. That once it's in the bags, you put in the drops of food coloring and they get to knead it in the bags. So let me finish getting this into bags and then we'll add the coloring. Now I have 5 vaguely even bags here, which I'm going to add coloring to, because white Play-Doh is boring. That's basically like remoldable snow, right? So we're gonna make a red one. That's okay. It's not even a dropper. This is the old style, so I'm just gonna try to do the tiniest little blip. Give me a blip. Ooh, that's a lot of blip. Okay, good on red. Looks like blood. Oh, that's so cool. We're going to do a yellow. Tiniest little blip. Meep. Yeah. Okay, and yeah. Yay. Okay, I got 2 little drips of blue. This is kind of how I expected this to work. Come on, spread. It's kind of cool and tie-dye. See, it's turning blue. Kinda. So we have red, yellow, blue. I'm gonna make this one purple, maybe? Yeah. Use what we got here. One drop, 2 drops. That works. We'll add a drop of red to make this one purple. Drop of yellow to make this one green. So this whole color mixing and Ziploc baggies thing, I mean, ooh, I made green. Doesn't work as well as I want it to. I also allowed the Play-Doh to cool for a bit before I started adding color, because I had to change my camera angle and all that. So, I mean, if you're doing this without all the hullabaloo of trying to film it, maybe this will go better for you. I'm afraid to play with any of this. I'll be back when it's not wet anymore. Be right back. So an attempt was made. The fun part about these videos is when I'm learning, as I'm filming, I have no idea where I'm gonna end up. So, in case you were curious what my plan for the end of this video was, my plan was to end this with a voiceover over the top of me creating something with my Play-Doh that I made. Instead, I'm just gonna show you what I made. So I have 5 different colors. We have kind of scary red, definitely purple. Blue turned out okay. Holy goodness, yellow. And I think something's growing in it green. But the other side of it is yellow. So what happened was either I didn't put enough salt in my mix or I didn't cook it long enough. Either way, the consistency, it was too sticky, and then I let it cool before putting it in the bags, and so it's not absorbing the color that I'm putting into it. The color's just sticking to the Ziploc bag. If I wanted to put forth the effort, I could probably take each of these out of their bag, roll them out on the counter between 2 sheets of cling wrap, and mold it together that way. But I mean, at this point, oh my goodness, what's the point? I have this. It just stained my hands. So I hope yours turned out better than mine. Please tell me how it went. Show me pictures. I want to see stuff. Tweet at me. I'm just tired of that noise, and that's been like the last hour of my life. It's not even doing anything. The red is actually taking the color. The joy of learning while you're filming. If you want to attempt to do this better than I did, maybe follow the directions better than I did. The link for the recipe I followed and the website I found this on will be in the description. So take a look at their website. Well, that was a bust. Till next time, friends. See ya!